right, so today we're going to be going through a 15-minute circuit. I have a set of medium weights, they're 10 pounds, and I also have a 20-pound kettlebell that I'll be using. So if you have options at home, medium weights, one or two heavier weights. So we have a circuit of 6 exercises that we'll be going through 3 times today, working for 30 seconds. And we only have about 10-15 seconds in between before we move on to the next exercise. But before I tell you what our exercises are for today, let's get warmed up. So we're just going to start off with some body weight squats. We'll take our feet hip to shoulder width. Stick your hips down and back. If you can, come into a nice deep squat. We'll pause for a second at the bottom. And then we're up. Just a couple body weight squats, warm up our legs, warm up our hips. And then we're going to add on to this just a little bit. So we'll come down into that squat. We're going to take our fingertips to the floor. And then as we come up out of that squat, we're going to pop up onto our toes. Extend the arms straight up overhead. Reach up towards the ceiling. Good, we'll do one more here. All right, good. Shake out the arms, shake out the legs. We're gonna do a little hip series next. So let's start by planting our left foot. We're gonna take our right leg up to the center. We're gonna swing it out wide and down. So I want you to imagine like you're almost climbing up and over something. Good, let's do one more here. And now we're gonna reverse it. So let's take that right leg out wide. We're gonna pick it up and over, bring it back to the center. Good, last one. All right, switching over to the left side. So now we're gonna plant our right foot. Start by taking that left knee up to the center, swinging it out wide and down to begin. Good, and reverse, left foot out wide, up and over, back to the center. Good, and one more. All right, take that left foot down, moving into our upper body. Do some nice big arm circles forward. Good, and reverse big arm circles backwards. Drop the arms down into just our shoulders. We'll do a shoulder shrug up towards our ears. Pull them back and then all the way down. Just shoulder circles. Last one. We're gonna end our warm up with some knee hugs. So let's start by planting the left foot, taking our hands underneath our thigh or just below our knee. We're gonna pull our knee up towards our chest, up towards our shoulder. Pause for a second there. Drop that side. Move over to the left. Working through this one at your own rate. Good, we'll do one more on each side. Awesome, so if you need to grab some water now, go right ahead. Like I said, we have 6 exercises today, going through the circuit 3 times through. I'll give you a little rundown as to what our exercises are. Exercise 1 is what's called a squat pulse. I'm gonna grab my heavier weight for this one. And we're gonna hold one weight up towards our chest. Feet are gonna be hip to shoulder width. We're gonna drop it down into a squat. We're gonna come about halfway up. This is the pulse part. Drop it back down. And then we stand up. Exercise 2 and 3, they're the same, just on different sides. We're combining a single leg deadlift with an overhead press. So we'll take one of our weights into one hand. plant the foot on the opposite side. We're going to stick our hips back behind us for that single leg deadlift. And then as we come up, we're going to pull that weight up towards our shoulder. Find your balance on one foot. Then press straight up overhead. Reset. Back to the deadlift. Exercise number 4 is a little boxing move. It's called a bob and weave, and we're going to throw some punches. So bob and weave, we're taking our feet out much wider than hip width, keeping a little bit of a bend in our knee the whole time. We're going to drop our hips down similar to a squat, shifting our weight over towards one side, throw a punch, bring it in, shift the weight over to the other side, throw a diagonal punch, bring it in. Exercise 5, we have mountain climbers. So we're going to be down on the floor, starting off in a high plank, and then we're going to drive our knees up towards our hands. And then exercise 6, we have 2 options here. It's a reverse crunch, or we can do a reverse crunch to a full roll up. So reverse crunch, we're on our back. Hands are going to come off to the side of the floor. And with a reverse crunch, we're just lifting our hips up a little bit off the floor. The full roll up will look like reverse crunch, and then we rock forward. You can either stop here or get a little bit more momentum and pop back up so we're standing. All right, so squat pulse to start. We'll begin round 1. Grab your heavier weight, working for 30 seconds. We begin round 1 in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Remember, we're not coming all the way up out of that squat. It's a little pulse. Good, we're more than halfway there. Good, keep working. We got 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. So you can set that weight aside. Grab one of your medium weights. We have a single leg deadlift with an overhead press up next. So let's plant our right foot to start. Dumbbells in our left hand. Single leg deadlift, and we pull that weight up. Punch straight up towards the ceiling. And 2, and 1. Here we go. Hips back. Keep that left arm nice and straight. Think about it as one continuous fluid movement. So as you come up out of that deadlift, pull that dumbbell right up towards your shoulder. Press overhead. Five seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Shake out the right foot. Take that dumbbell to the other side. We plant our left foot, dumbbells in our right hand. Same thing in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Halfway through this side. Five seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Set that weight aside. Bob and weave with our punches next. So feet are much wider than hip width. We drop it down, throw a punch to one side. Here we go. 30 seconds. Let's keep our hands in nice tight fists. And let's make it a quick punch. So we're not hanging out there for too long. We're snapping it right back in towards our chest. Five seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's bring it down to the floor. We have mountain climbers next. So we're moving into that high plank to start. We begin climbing in 2 and 1. Here we go. 30 seconds. Good. Keep working. We're more than halfway. 3, 2, 1. Good, drop the knees down. Swing your feet over, reverse crunches, or we're doing that full roll up to standing in 3, 2, and 1. Good, start just by lifting the hips up. You want to add on that full roll up. Make sure you have enough momentum to get up. Then from here, we drop it down into a deep squat. Sit, roll back, and repeat. 15 seconds left in this round. 3, 2, and 1. Good. So that's the end of round 1. We'll take 10 seconds or so. Grab some water. Reset. Grab your heavier weight. We're back to our squat pulse for round 2. All right. Let's get set up. 5 seconds. We go again. Squat pulse, weight up towards our chest. 2, and 1. Here we go. Hips go back. Let's make sure we're getting our thighs parallel to the floor, or a little bit deeper if we can. Five seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Set that weight aside. Grab your 1 dumbbell. Dumbbells in our left hand. Planting the right foot. Single leg deadlift with an overhead press. In 2, and 1. Here we go. Making sure to keep a little bit of a bend in that leg that's on the ground. 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Shake it out. Plant that left foot. Dumbbells in our right hand. We go in 5, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Other side. Fifteen seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1. Good. Weight to side. Bob and weave with our punches up next. Let's get our feet set up. Wider than hip width. We go in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Hips back and over. Quick punches. Good, keep it up. 15 seconds. Then we're down on the floor. 3, 2, 1. Good, let's bring it down to the floor. Moving into that high plank. We have mountain climbers in 5, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go, we're up. Driving the knees up to the center, keeping a nice flat back. Good, we got 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Drop the knees down. Last one, reverse crunches, or we're rolling up. In 3, 2, and 1. Here we go, last 30 seconds. Then we'll grab another water break. Good, we're more than halfway. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. All right, one more water break. Then we have one more round, last 5 minutes of work. You know the drill, we're back to our squat pulse. So let's grab our one heavier weight. Last time here, we'll start round 3 in 5, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. We're halfway through. 5, 3, 2, 1. Switch out your weights. Single leg deadlift with an overhead press next. Plant the right, dumbbells in our left hand. And here we go, hips go back. Last 10 seconds on this side. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Dumbbell over to the right hand. Plant the left foot. We go again in 5 seconds. 2, and 1. Here we go. Halfway through this side, almost halfway through this round. Three, 2, and 1. Good, weight to side. We're done with them. We have our bob and weave up next. Feet are much wider than hip width. We go in 2, and 1. Here we go. Good, we're almost halfway. If you can, I'm going to challenge you to get just a little bit lower in that weave. Five seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Good, let's bring it down to the floor. We have mountain climbers in 5, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Good, staying nice and light on our toes. More than halfway. 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Drop the knees down, swing it over. Last 30 seconds of work. Reverse crunches or the full roll up in 2, and 1. Here we go. Good, last 15 seconds. We're almost through it, last 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Give yourselves a round of applause. Great job. So that wraps up today's class. Feel free to check out some of our stretching on demand classes for a little bit of a cool down, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.